All right, ladies, I am here. It's taken me a little bit, but I have gotten home. Again, I apologize for being late, but not a lot of choice. That is pop up to Hong Chang-gi, and the lineups, of course, are not correct or anything like that. I'll have to get them adjusted and changed as we go. But 1 ounce now, seven pitches. From Wells. As Cameroon leads. And that is going to be lifted, and that is going to just be out of the reach of the left fielder. And he is going to be on base with a all right. So he's going to be on second base. Again, I will get everything adjusted as I can as we are going along, guys. Sorry, it will just take me a while. All right, and now that's in the dirt. Want to know? Let's see, Park Jun-soo. And that's way up high. Ball two. Wells is struggling here early. 11 pitches already. Again, pardon my lateness. I actually left work early to get home in order to stream this game. Now that's in there for a strike. A 2-1. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. And that is popped up. Might be trouble. First baseman out and catches as he falls down, throws from his behind, and that's be 2-away. Yang Yi will step up to thy plate. And first pitch, a swing and a miss into the dirt, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 misses up high. 1-1. Let me get our lineups in so that you guys can actually see what's happening. Time is called. double check that these work. There's one, and that one is not working. Hmm. That is a ground ball back to the pitcher, underhand toss, and that will be 3 away. They give a 2 outs double, but that is nothing as we go to the bottom of the first. Surprisingly, the SOOP stream is not working. Hmm. That's not good. Ah, that's why. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Let's try that, shall we? Hmm. Strange. The YouTube chat for some reason is not working. Log out on the mound. I think I got to take LG. I just like LG's offense over Doosan's offense, honestly. And welcome, by the way. All right, Hong Changi leading things off here in the bottom of the inning. What the heck? The YouTube chat is not working for some reason. Ah, there we go. We've finally got it. All right, we're all set now. And I will get the lineups adjusted and added as soon as I possibly can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As that is going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. He bobbles it, but it throws over, and that's 1 away. Changi Chung Sung Oh will follow him. Chung Sung Ho, 354 on the season so far, having a fantastic year. Swing and a miss there on a pitch way inside, and it's 1-1. So they have a rule in the KBO as the 1-1 pitch in there for a strike right down the middle. So they have a rule in the KBO. It's an old rule that they still have that doesn't make a lot of sense. So basically, when a team has your signs you as a foreigner, they own your rights in the league. And what happens is if that catches the outside, that is going to be a strikeout to number 1 of the looking variety. 2 away now. So what happens is they have his rights. I'll get to you in a second. So they have his rights. I believe I can't remember if it's 3 years or 5 years after he finishes his last contract. The difference is you can be released. For instance, like Hoeing was released from his contract, so he was able to sign with the KT. Uh, uh, Guys like Gerardo and De Jesus, they were released from their contracts with the QM Heroes, so they were able to sign with a KT and with a Samsung. So basically, teams, if they at the end of the season, if they're like, yeah, we're gonna attempt to sign you, and at that point, they have got your rights for the next 3 years, whether or not you are able to come to a conclusion with a contract or not. They have your rights. The reason why they have this rule, it's an old rule. Uh, it used to be there was no limits on how much somebody could make, is that is going to be ripped and that's going to roll to the wall, and Austin is going to be on base with a stand up double. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, the first hit of the LG Twins day. Both foreigners now with a double. So because they said that they were going to attempt to re-sign him and stuff, they keep his rights. He tried to get his rights released by Doosan, but Doosan would not release his rights. So that means he is not allowed to sign with any other KBO team until for like, I believe, 3 years. The reason why they have this is because there used to be no limits on how much you could sign a player for, a foreign player, because that one is in there for a strike. And because of that, teams that have a lot of money like Hanwha or LG or Samsung or Lotte, they would have players play for the teams that didn't have as much money. And then it's a way to keep them from spending a bunch of money to take the rights or to sign somebody in the offseason that had already proved themselves in the KBO. But now they have the first year limit of $1 million and a $4 million cap. So there really is no need for that rule anymore. And it's a rule that really needs to go away. And it's a rule that is going to really hurt Doosan, because what's going to happen is, and I know for a fact that these foreign players, they talk to each other. They're like, hey, I'm getting a contract offer for this team. How is it like? What's the management like? I know for a fact that they talk to each other. And when they go in to talk to Jake Logue, or sorry, not Jake Logue, but Jake Cave, they are going to be like, hey, yeah, be careful, because he tries to backpick him, but it's nowhere close. And then he tried to fake the fact that he caught the ball. Then so basically, Cave is going to be like, hey, yeah, if they wouldn't release me from my contract and give me rights to play anywhere, he's going to tell everybody else that. So, but anyway, yeah, that's why. All right, Moonbo Young, the 2-2 pitch, a 2 outs, runner on second. That is in there for a strike, and another looking strikeout. Second looking strikeout. Both pitchers give up a double to the foreigner, but we will go to the second inning. No problem. Hopefully, my rambling and all of that's made sense. Lee-Chin, as far as I need to get these everything else situated, and then I will address that question. Again, I just got home from work right as the game was starting, which means I didn't have time to add in the things like the lineups and positions and all of that stuff. So give me a second. What's up, LA Flight? I gotta say LG with this one. I think LG is a far and above better team than the old Doosan Bears. Let's see. Get back to my. All right, so you got the number 5 hitter, Anjay Sucker, steps in now. And now that is into the dirts. Swing them. Yeah, I would not take a Hanwha. I would not take Hanwha except for tomorrow. Tomorrow would be the only game I would take Hanwha. As the 0-1 misses up high, 1-1. Yeah, Hanwha has no starting pitching left. And that's going to be a check swing, a ground ball to the shortstop. Gubonyak throws across and 1 away. Anjay Suck, Anjay Suck, Anjay Suck, Anjay Suck. Yu Chan will come up next again. Got to find my Yu Chan. First pitch is popped up as second baseman out into the grass, though. And that is quickly 2 away. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Brings up the number 7 hitter in the lineup, Kim Gi-yeon. The big boy stepping in and trying to find all of their music. DH in today, another backstop for them. Kim and that is ripped, but we'll get to foul, and it's 1-2. American pitcher, but Wells is probably the best pitcher in this league currently, as that one has popped up. Second baseman back out onto the grass, and that is 3 up, 3 down. And we will go to the bottom of the seconds. Yeah, Wells, yeah, he's not an American pitcher, but he is a pitcher for Team USA. His brother pitched in the MLB. He pitched last year, was offered a contract with the QM Heroes. He declined that contract, then was able to sign a contract with the LG Twins as their agent quota person. So, yeah, I like he's not an American on the mound, but Logue has not pitched great this year. He's pitched okay in his last couple outings, but as far as overall, up to this point, Wells has been one of the best pitchers in the league, honestly. Where we got LG. Yangi G catching. Got your DH batting 7th. That doesn't say a lot for your offense. All right, so we're back here at bottom of the seconds. Stepping in is Song Chani. 368 on the season as that one's in there for a strike. And that is going to be a ground ball. Third baseman falls down, but regathers himself and throws him out over at first. And one away. That was weird. Hits some backspin there and shot up towards away from the bag. He was luckily able to make the play. That's why he fell down. That brings up the number 6 hitter, Hake Mean. Looks to just strike one in there. Again, I do have Hake Mean 245 on the season. 1-1 count here. And that's in there for a strike on the outside. 1-2. All right, I've got the away teams all done up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get the home team rocking, and then I can get back to calling this game. And a swing and a miss, another strikeout. This one of the swinging variety. He's got to 2 away already. 3 strikeouts out of having himself a good start. All right, the Gubon Hyaka steps in now. Now that is in there for a strike, 0-1. And the 1-2 is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, jump throw, and throws it to the backstop. Gubon Hyaka will turn and head on back. I'm going to think that that's going to be an infield single because he did have to do a little jump throw. The throw was really offline. I don't know if he would have gotten him if he would have had a better throw or not. Oh, he easily would have had him if he had made a better throw. Everybody wants to be Jeter. I don't know what it is. I don't know a lot of the names of theirs. The runner on first to 2 outs. Steps up is Iju Hun, the backup catcher. Check over on Gubon Hyaka over to first. And that's... I'm so close. Thank you, Rasmus. Thank you. Check over on Gubon Hyuk once again. All right, so almost done. I just got to change the positions, ladies and gentlemen, and I will get your LG Twins lineups posted, as that is right down the middle of the throw, not in time. And he is going to be on base with the stolen variety. Another runner into a scoring position. 1-2 count now, though. Definitely, as that misses way up and out of the way. Yeah, we've been actually waiting for you, Kiwi. Center field. Because of pitching changes? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the home team lineup all fixed. What happened to the perfect game? 27 pitches. Both starters getting pumped. Yeah, another 2-2 misses inside, runs the count full, 3-2, first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect timing, Rasmus. I just got done setting everything up, so I can actually start streaming. As the 3-2 pitch fouls that one into the dirt. Stays 3-2. All right, so we'll do this whole thing again. And the 3-2 is ripped, but into the netting behind, I guess, the exciting zone is what I'm going to call it. All right, that is ripped over the jumping third baseman. He is going to round third and head on in. And that is the first run of the day on the RBI single from Iju Hun. Artbo, it seems to be a trend, I believe. All right, Shinmin J steps in, looks at strike one. 169 on the season. He's gotten his average up, actually. Yeah, I haven't gotten that part fixed yet. Yeah, I'm still working on that, Arpo. I got home at just at 2 o'clock. So there's a couple ways. On SOOP, there's a thing. It's called. I think it's called Star Balloons. As that's going to be a through on the right side. Iju Hun unloading the piano. So there's a couple different ways. Again, on SOOP, I believe it's called star balloons, I think. There's also, if you want to do it to where I actually get a percentage of the money, here's a link. Yeah, so Soup I think is like I get like 60%. So YouTube is a 70 to yeah, Byo Pungsan. It might be that's the link there. I'll put the again, I usually pin it here in the other one. You can do lots of different ways, but the Ko-fi.com, that is a yeah, I don't have Venmo. The link I just sent to the Ko-fi.com Dreads Rock TV. That is another way is that he hits them there and that loads the bases up. Hong Chang-gi heads on over to first base. Second base is going to be Shin-Min Jae. And coming up to bat is Chun Sung Ho. Bases loaded now. Still does have 2 outs. Yeah, Ko-fi is nice because Ko-fi, I get 90% of the donation. They keep 10%. Yeah. Or if you don't want to donate and you want something, you could get a sweet hat like this or advertisements. I think I do make $1 or 2 from a what now I can't even English again struggling with my English with a article. No, that's not what I want. That's not the word I want. Is that's going to be a ground ball set shortstop underhand toss. And that will be the end of the inning. They leave the bases loaded, but they get one on a single, and that means we'll go to the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 LG. Like I said, LG's gonna win this game. Like I said. Well, that would be amazing. Yeah, clothing item, article of clothing or clothing item. Yang Hyun Jong hit a home run? That doesn't make any sense. Fish, you don't have to, but I'm not going to say that I wouldn't appreciate it. I will definitely. I wouldn't. I don't think 20. I think $20 is a bit much. Even though it would, yeah, benefit me, but I think $20 is a bit steep. Whatever anybody wants to. All right, Pak Chan Ho. Let me see if I can get my music fixed. Pak Chan. Let's see. We'll have the 8, 9, 1 hitters coming up for Doosan. Pak Chan. G. Oh. Ah, there it is. All right. Pak Ji-hoon, first pitch is fouled straight back. Pak Ji-hoon, just a sec. I need to get his. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, the 1-1. That's going to be a single right back up the middle as Pak Ji-hoon leads off the 3rd inning with a single. Second hit of the day for the Doosan Bears. Kia starters all. Who is Kia's starter? Yang Jong. That is up and in. 1-0. Really? He's already done? He is not having. Iuri. Yeah, Iuri. All right, to Jung Soo Bin. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. 1-1. All right, to Park Ji Hoon over at first base. Jung Soo Bin up to bat. Goes to bunts, but almost takes his head off, and it's 2-1. Yeah, I saw that whenever I was making. Thank you, Luke. That is a very important thing. Those of you that are in the SOOP channel, hitting that thumbs up button, that up recommendation is really big and really important on SOOP. All right, Jung Soo Bin, the 2-1 counts. Wells out there on the mound, trying to get around a leadoff single. And that's in there for a strike. 2-2. Looky, looky. Looky, looky, looky. Yeah, another 2-2. That is, he was running, but fouled away. And he'll walk back to the bag. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch now. See if he goes again. And another foul. 33 pitches now for Wells. 269 on the season for Jung Soo Bin. There we go. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it doesn't say anything. That's awful. Thank you, fish. Yeah, another 2-2 pitch again. Man, I wish it said something. Gotta be a way. Fish indeed the goat. As the 2-2. Yeah, let me see if I can figure out a way. Score 4 on the bases loaded and up. Really, as the 2-2 pitch is going to be a ground ball, but it's another foul. Run the pitch count up now. 35 pitches now for Wells. Only 8 pitches in the last inning. He's already thrown 11 in this. No problem, and none at all. It looks like we're gonna have some offense around the world. Thank you, Lee Chen, as that one is lifted up. Coming in, out, and then in is the center fielder, calls him off at the last second, and that's will be one away. Brings up the top of the lineup, a Pak Chan Ho now, one away. As again, Wells trying to get around. There's got to be a way to make that say something. Number 5, Gujauk is back. A swing and a miss there from Pak Chan Ho, and it's 0-1. And the 1-1 pitch is a ground ball foul, 1-2. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch taps the glove on the ground, and that's going to be a ground ball, but it rolls a foul. It stays 1-2. I know there's got to be a. Hmm. That's what I want. Yeah, now that is a throwing the bat down, catcher back underneath it, and that will be 2 away. As Pak Chan O slams the bats down, upset with himself. Yeah, I don't think some of the people in this chat want to talk about it. Yeah, Luke, zero question. Wells again has been probably one of the best pitchers in the league, honestly. God, I'm going to and that's in there for a strike. Cameron doubled in his first at bats. I mean, he just won't be able to throw as hard. He's going to be a 150-kilometer-an-hour pitcher when he returns. All right, the 0-1 pitch is outside, or 1-1. Yeah, it just I was reading about it, but again, he is going to the guy that's basically founded this. He's so basically Dr. Andrews is the best surgeon for Tommy John surgery. The clinic he's going to is the best clinic for the specific injury that he has. I mean, there's always possibilities. That's the thing. Yeah. What is Clippy? Oh, that's way cooler. Stolen base. Sorry, I was absolutely mesmerized, but the cool things that I can do instead of what I have been doing. Oops, that's not the pit. No, what I wanted there. Oh man, which one? The amount of celebrations. I think this is fitting. And that's going to be a stolen base again. Stealing another one. That's a two stolen bases. He stole second, now stole third. And the 3-1 counts. Somebody might want to get a guy behind the plates that can, do something. All right, I'm going to send a test here. Ah, there we go. All right. There we go. All right. The 3-1 pitch low, and he walks him. Cameron on the base for the second time today now. La 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 la. Yeah, I'm a little upset that it doesn't have any audio with it, but we'll take it, I guess. All right, here we go. Pak Jun Soon, and that's in there for strike at the bottom. All right, the 0-1 pitch. Runners on the corners with the 2 outs. And that's a rolled foul, 0-2. Wells, still no strikeouts on the day. Chigo da la la. Pak Jun Soo. Pak Jun Soo. And the 2-0-2 pitch is popped up, which will get to foul, and it stays 0-2. The one game that you went to? Ah, and the 0-2 pitch is into the dirt. Try to get him on the big O hook, but yeah, is ball one. We got a new box of cards today too. Going back to the simpler packs, just for my wallet's sake. All right, it's Pak Chun Soo 0 for 1 on the day. 1-2 counts. Runners on first and third. And that's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop picks it up, throws across, and that's will be a 3 away. They get a single, a couple stolen bases, and a walk, but nothing else. As we will go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0. Doosan does not have 3 hits. They only have 2. Let me fix that. LG, on the other hand, does have 3 hits. No carbon time. We're just gonna do some 2025 packs. I can't be doing those expensive packs all the time. That was a $50 day on Sunday with the Samsung Hanwha game. The old the wallet, it does not enjoy those. All right, LG coming up. They are going to have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up to bat. Open up a beer every time that someone hits a home run. Yeah, I need something. All right, who is this? I'm I'm not gonna guess it's Austin. Song Sung Gi? Who knows? All right, Zach Loga back out there. First pitch to Dean is low. 1-0. And another 1-0 is almost hits him 1-1. And that is in there for a strike at 2-1. Thank you, Mary Kate. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, Eagles 44. I can only imagine who that is, as that one is lifted up center fielder under it, and one away. First time a foreigner has been retired today, ladies and gentlemen. Hanwha starter's done. Man, just I don't know if you guys know what a keyhole is. Obviously, you probably know what a keyhole is, but I don't know if you know what a keyhole is in terms of baseball. All right, Moonbo Gyung steps in. That is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Moonbo Gyung is struck out looking in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. And the 0-1 is also in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Yeah. So, and old school stadiums, the Tiger Stadium was the last stadium that have it, and they took it out. It's the dirt path from the plate to the mound. Hanwha needs to put a like a keyhole, as that's going to be slapped to the third baseman, backhands it, throws across the diamond, and 2 away. The Hanwha Eagles need to put a keyhole that goes from the dugouts all the way to the pitcher's mound to so that they don't tear up all the grass. Yeah, they were the last team in the MLB to have one. Yeah, they need to pull you up. All right, that is fouled away. Song Chani 0 for 1 on the day, 5-3 ground out in his first at bats. And the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 0-2. And the 0-2 way up high. I have a feeling, and I'm just going to call this, I believe it's, is it next week? Yeah, next week is Kium versus, as that is another strikeout looking right down the middle, and that's is a third strike looking fourth of the day. We will go to the fourth inning. It's 1-0 LG. Yeah, that's a big matchup next week. The weekday matchup. So it's a big day for a couple reasons. Number one, it's Kium versus Hanwha. Number two, it is one of it. I believe it's May 16th that all of the Hanwha managers get fired. All of the Hanwha managers get fired in May. Uh, you've got the middle of May coming up with again. Yeah, it is not the best time to be a Hanwha manager. The month of May is a scary month for most of them. That's when Subaru was canned. That's when uh, Chaewon Ho was canned, and Hanwha fans are hoping that that is whenever Kim Kyung Moon is also canned. Yeah, I assume it's because it used to be much harder to take care of the grass. So by having that go through the middle there, it was easier to take care of the field. All right, 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up for Doosan here in the. I wish they would say who these people were. All right, Yang Ji steps in. Man, it's in there for a strike at the bottom. EG. Now the 0-1 in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 5-5 through 2. Right, 0-2 is something is going on. And then the 0-2 pitch is a slapped foul. One hour and yeah. And then the 0-2 pitch into the dirt. So 1-2. Single that hits the fence. So he was obviously running real hard as usual. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Chicken winging it is Yang EG. That is fouled away again. 1-2. What's up, Dreads? My alter ego has arrived. So much action around the league. This is the boring game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch once again. That one is going to be a ground ball. The shortstop, the mover to his right, throws and one away. Better curveball and a better slider. That's your difference right there. I am surprised at how low Lachlan Wells's glove is, though. Park Sung-gyu's not in the top of the lineup? I thought he was hitting leadoff, or is Kim Ji-chan hitting leadoff? All right, Anjay Suck steps in, 0 for 1 on the day. Looks at the first pitch. It's up high, though. The 1-0 is fouled away. Lefty, 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 righty. Lefty, 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 righty. A 1-1 pitch, and that's in the middle of the zone, 1 and 2. Lefty, 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 righty. That's going to be a big issue for Samsung, though, when they face guys like LG, who's got a couple of lefties. 1-2 into the dirt to 2 and 2. Hanwha's only starters left from their opening day rotation are both the lefties. All right, the 2-2 pitch is sets up on the outside, and that is popped up. And going to get out of play, though. Off of the netting, and it stays at 2 and 2. 63 pitches now for Wells. 27 last inning, 24 in the first 2 innings, 27. Another one? There's Mary Kate. And the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. First baseman kicks it, and that is going to be an error. Moonbo Gyong misplays that. Now he's laying down on the ground. Oh, he's going to be on base with an error there. Moonbo Gyong went to field it. It kind of hit his glove, and then he wasn't able to field it anymore. Again, he's playing first instead of Austin Dean, who's DHing. As they bring out the stretcher. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, again, yeah, Kiwi. You got it all figured out. So you are the next manager of the Hanwha Eagles. They're getting the stretcher out, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like he tripped over his own feet. I don't know. He went to field it. Oh, and then his foot landed on the ball and he twisted his ankle pretty bad. I don't know if we need the stretcher. The left ankle of him, as he wasn't able to field it cleanly. Again, I don't think we need a stretcher for that. We've got people. We just carry them off? No way. Did they really bunt double play? They're bringing out the ambulance, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Hucky? Well, because LG's a better team. So not only a double play, but they also ended up getting the lead runner. He's like, why are you so far back? Oh, that's good. They All right. Well, we still got we've got the stretcher out on the field now. Yeah, and then they got stranded at third base. Pak Ji-hoon singled and then stole two bases, but Doosan is 0 for 5 with runners on base and 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They're taking him out on the stretcher, ladies and gentlemen. I imagine I'm gonna make a guess here. Ojiwan goes to short. Gubon Hyuk will take over it to first. I don't think they're willing to give up. All right, we're still ready. All right, Sono June over at I believe that is who they said. All right, we'll try this baseball thing again. As Yu Chan leads, or is up to bats now. That's ball one. Yu Chan 0 for 1 popped up to the second baseman in his first at bats, his only at bats. They haven't updated who is taking over, as that's fouled away for 1-1. So Song Yong Jun takes over it to first. And he lays off of that. 2-1. We've got Steve, Kiwi, and Kiwi here. Two fans of two teams that are just dumbfounded. June checks over on the runner. And the 2-1 misses up high, 3-1. 68 pitches now for Wells, as he was kind of standing there for a while. Lee Chan, it's the way, man. And the 3-1 is a foul away. Runs our count full. First full count of the day for Doosan. The 3-2 pitch catches the bottom corner, and that's going to be the first strikeout of the day for the Wells, and 2 away. Da, 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 da. And they check on the runner over at seconds. I guess he stole a base there. All right, the Kim Gi-yeon now steps in. And that is popped up out of play. 0-1 on the count. 0-1 on the day. Popped up to the second baseman in his first at bats. 333 on the season. So much going on. Oh, leech in. It's quite possible. And that is ripped, but it's foul again. And it's now 1-2, 62, 72 pitches. Yeah, Lee Chan, I can't imagine any scenario where he ends up being on in the dugouts by the end of this month. Unless, of course, they go undefeated. All right, the 0-2 pitch that stuts the glove on the ground. That's way outside, 1-2. If you want, Arpo, I can play his music for you. All right, the 1-2 pitch just sets up on the outside, misses way up high. I think I got his music in here. Hume has so many songs. No, maybe not. And that's going to be a ground ball off the bag, and that is going to score a run. And just like that, so we've got ourselves a tie game here in the top of the fourth inning. Kim Gi-yeon coming through with the RBI single. Hit right off the base and bounces into a center left field. That stolen base is pretty important. All right, Park Ji-hoon steps in. He had a single and 2 stolen bases. That one is fouled away, and it's 0-2. This is the first time I've seen Wells give up a run. So if we're talking overall, swing and a miss there. All right, so let me think about this for just a sec. As we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's tied up. It's singles after the RBI single from the DH Kim Gi-yeon. So I would say, as far as, especially right now, I would say Hanwha has the worst. Bonjour. I would have to say that Hanwha has the worst pitching staff right now. They're for multiple reasons. One, they've already lost White. He's injured. Hernandez is gone. Moon Dong-ju is gone. Om Baek is gone. Their closer from the start of the season is already down in the second league. Their 2 setup guys have ERAs of like 8 or 10 or something like that. They have no starting pitching at this point. Their 2 starting pitchers left from opening day. Both of them have not pitched well in games. Yuan Jin has pitched fantastic, but his last game was an absolute clunker. And then the old Wagner is pitched good, but he's not pitched great. Uh, Kium's bullpen is pretty bad, but Hanwha's is also pretty bad. You could even say Doosan's bullpen is pretty bad because they've lost their closer. LG's bullpen hasn't been pitching very well. Kia's bullpen is kind of sketchy. But I would have to say I would have to say NC and Kium have probably the worst bullpens. Yeah. All right. Leading things off is the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for LG. Yeah. And again, one of the things that I talked about at the very beginning of the season is that Hanwha was very lucky last year in terms of injuries. They did not really have any injuries all year. I can't read French. I'm sorry, man. As that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Yeah, Moondong Ju. They've lost Moondong Ju. They lost White. They've lost Hernandez. Cushing is pitching out of the as a closer, as that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's a 1-2. Yeah, they just and yeah, really they don't have a lot going for them. They've even lost their pitching coach. Like that's how bad Hanwha is. They've even lost their pitching coach. 1-2 swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Logue. That's his fifth, and brings up the number 7 hitter, Gubong Hyuk. Cushing again. Hernandez. I haven't heard what is the deal with Hernandez. Has anybody heard news on his injury? All right, the Gubon Hyaka steps in. The first pitch is up high. It wasn't even gonna think about swinging it. Yeah, number 1-0. Gubon Hyaka singled, stole a base, and scored a run. Back in the second inning, all with 2 outs. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch sets up on the inside. That's in there. Just clips the inside corner, and it's 1-1. 53 pitches now for Zach Logue. 14 in the first inning, 22 in that second inning, where he ended up getting hit pretty hard with the 2 outs, loading up the bases and giving up a run. The 1-1 is fouled away, and it's 1-2. Last inning, a 1-2-3 inning, his first 1-2-3 inning of the day, only threw 11 pitches. Having quite the battle between. Well, I hope they do something besides whatever shortstop they've had, Yang Woo Hyun, as that's just catches a stitch on the outside corner. Another caught looking. That is the 4th strikeout looking for LG today out of the 6 strikeouts for Zach Logue. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Iju Hun. Iju Hun, the RBI single in his last at bat, so 1 for 1 on the day. And that is turned on. It sounds like a broken bat, though. Lotte's fan dropped it, as you would expect. Sound again. Yep, he's getting a new piece of wood. It did sound like a broken bat. Yeah, now the 0-1 pitch. They're way outside, 1-1. Logue has really started off the season pretty bad. His last couple outings have been much, or is it the other way around? I always get confused a bit as that misses way outside at 2-1. Da-da-da. Started out okay, then ran into some issues, but he's back to his old self. And the 2-1 is going to be a ground ball through the left side. He's on base for the second time today with another hit. Another 2-out hit for Lee Ju-han. Which ones? The LG ones? Which ones? Oh, they have the Twins one on. I like their Soul one better, that one. All right, the Shinmin J steps in. It looks at a strike one. 1 for 1 on the day. Yeah, that one is the one I believe they wear on Sundays. That's the old Doosan uniform there. When they had a Fila sponsorship, now they have a that one misses low. Now they have an Adidas sponsorship. Changed their logo and everything. No, 1-1. I don't believe LG is going to win or lose. Lee Ju-han over at first, and that's just misses outside. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch just sets up a right to down the middle, and that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 2-2. 63 pitches now for Logue. Just suddenly the Hanwha game is a pitcher's duel. Samsung up 3-0. KT up 1-0. NC and SSG tied at deuces. Even though SSG only has one hit. A 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside, misses way up by his face, runs the count full, 3-2. Second full count of the day for LG. They did have one in the second inning. That was the RBI single from Lee Ju-han. And the 3-2 pitch slaps that through the left side again, and another hit. Back-to-back singles from the LG Twins. Has got runners on first and second. Flipping the lineup back over. 2 full counts today for the LG Twins, and 2 singles off of them. Here we go. Hong Chang-gi steps in. 0 for 1 on the day. In there for a strike. Hong Chang-gi. Well, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bat. A hit by pitch in his last at bats. Stranded on the base pass though. As here goes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up at the top of the zone, way up high. The throw, back pick, not in time. Hong Chang-gi does have an amazing song though. A runner on first and second, Hong Chang-gi. Yeah, just gets in. The 1-1 is going to be a liner right to the shortstop. That will be a 3 away. They get a couple singles, but they leave them on the base pass. We will go to the fifth inning. Tied at singles. Two more left on. They've left 6 runners on now. Three for 6 with runners on base, but the problem is everything's a single. A single with no speed on the base pass is not the greatest recipe for success. I don't know why I keep adding hits to 2, 3. A stolen base is playing big today. They are the cause of all the runs, honestly. All right, to top of the fifth inning, going to have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for Doosan here. In the series, 19-19 is Doosan. LG is 16-23. Doosan head-to-head matchup. They're 16-11 on Arini Na. All right, Jung Soo Bin steps back in. And that's 0-1. And the 0-1, that's going to be a ground ball. Wells uses the jumps, and that's 1 away. Flips the lineup back over after the 1-3 putouts. Brings up a Pak Chan Ho. Pak Chan Ho, 0 for 2 on the day. It's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-0. Pak Chan Ho flew out to right field in his first at bat and then popped up to the catcher in foul territory in his second at bat. That's his bounce into the dirt, and 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss there. 1-2. Those of you guys hanging out in the SOOP, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. That is how you up or recommend the channel. It's extremely important on SOOP. Also, if you want to follow me, hit the little star. I don't know. Luke or Fish or 93 Octane, maybe one of you guys would be able to help, as that one is popped up a right fielder under it, though. And that's 2 away. I know you can watch video on demand. I know you can watch video on demand, but I don't know if you can rewind the live. All right, the 2 away now. Brings up the number 2 hitter, Cameron. Cameron on base both times today. First pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-1. I mean, I can Kiwi, I can grab it off of TVing later. I'll grab it off of TVing. Just send me a message and tell me what inning and everything is. That's going to be a ground ball foul. Yeah, I know. Stefan and I both have TVing just for being able to replays. At least for me, as that is a foul away. Stays 0-2. Might be the last inning for Wells. Again, he is about an 80 pitch guy. As they've been taking him out with 75, 85 pitches. So okay, yeah. But that's only probably on live TV as the 0-2 is lifted. The left fielder coming running in. The second shortstop, the second baseman. Why is that the second baseman way out there? As Cameron's going to be on base with another double. Dropped into no man's land once again as Cameron comes up with another double. No, but I live in Korea. Easily into second base. Single or double in the first inning, a walk in the third, and a double again here in the fifth. As they're going to come out to talk to Wells, is 88 pitches again. This is about where he normally he's at after 6 or 7 innings, having himself a little bit of a day. 27 pitches in the third inning, 27 pitches in the fourth inning. Giving up 1 unearned run. Park Jun Soon steps in now. Well, you know, I worked really hard. I learned from YouTube. Tap it on the ground, and that is he steals another base. Not even close. Stealing third base all day. That is they've got the read on Wells. That was not even close either. All right, so that's up high also, 2-0. Might be his last batter with a Yang Ji on deck. 90 pitches now as the 1-1 misses up high, doesn't break into the zone, and it's 2-1. Not a fan of these uniforms that have the names in English on the back. As the 2-1 pitch is popped up, will get out of play though, and it's 2-2. Real quick question: why does LG not have a Children's Day uniform on? They just have their regular uniform. They're not wearing a Children's Day. They're not wearing anything special. Usually, teams wear a special uniform. As the tap on the ground, that's going to be a shortstop, picks it up, throws, and just in time, they leave another one on the base pass. A double, a stolen base, but he's left over there at third, and that's will take us to the bottom of the fifth. Yeah, what is the deal with that? Why are they not wearing their special Children's Day uniforms? Oh, that'll be it for Wells. Doosan 1 for 9 with runners on base, 1 for 8. They just want to sell the uniforms. They don't want to wear them, I guess, Kiwi. Dun, dun. All right. So, that first pitch is sorry, as I missed that. I was chit chatting. As Chun Sung Ho steps in, leads things off. And, oops. And he's quickly behind 0-2. Chun Sung Ho 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking in his first at bat, a 6-4 ground out in his other. And that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. I think he's in foul territory. He is safe. But, oh, that is a fair ball. I thought it was going to be called. I thought it was foul. But it's going to be on. They're going to video replay this, I guess. Guys running in all the way from second base. Or from first base, second base. No, he's on first. I thought it was foul. So, they're going to video replay this. I think this is a fair foul by. Yeah, I think I thought he was. I know he fielded foul, but it is fair, and that is going to be a leadoff single. Brings up Austin Dean. All right, Austin Dean steps in. They need some runs here. Again, they're missing their number 4 hitter, their cleanup hitter, as Dean fouls that one away. He's trying out for banana ball. Austin Dean, 1 for 2, doubled in his first at bats, flew out to center in his second. As the 0-1 pitch, way up high, 1-1. They do indeed, Mary Kate. You got to get one here because you're going to get into the LG bullpen in after the break. As checks over on the runner, he's easily back. Yeah, but he's actually pitched really well. Again, they extended his they extended him for another 4 weeks because of the injury. Well, the 1-1 pitch into the dirts. 2-1. I didn't know that they could. I thought after 6 weeks they had to decide, yes, we're going to either sign this person or we're going to sign someone else. I didn't think that they could extend the I didn't think they could extend it. I don't know where that rule came from. All right, so the runner on first, way up high, ball 3, 3-1. And the 3-1 is slapped through the right side. He's going to go from first. Is he going to go? Nope, he's going to head on over to second base. And back-to-back singles has got to the runners on first and second with nobody out. And you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's going to be that time. Runner on first, runner on second. Nobody out. There's only one thing you can do here. Mound visit here. Back-to-back singles again. He gave up 3 straight singles in the second inning and a hit by pitch. Gave up 2 singles last inning. And he's given up 2 straight singles here. 5 straight hits. 5 straight times he's been hit hard. Again, 2 singles with 2 outs in the 4th inning, and then a line drive from a Hong Chang-gi. It was the 3rd out, and then here another 2 singles. So 5 straight decently hit hard balls. This Young Ben is going to pinch hit here. I guess he's going to pinch hit to bunt. Runner on first and second, nobody out. There's only one thing you can do, ladies and gentlemen. That is why you bring in this guy. Yeah, you should swing, right? K-Dog all? I don't know if that's a K-Dog gal or dog. K-Dog. All right, so he shows the bunts. Again, he's pinch hitting. You're pinch hitting somebody to bunt. Interesting, huh? Pinch hitting somebody to bunt. And that's way outside. He pulled the bat back just in time. 1-0. Everybody loves a sacrifice bunt. LG's third base coach has got a full mask. Looks like he's trying out for the next Assassin's Creed over there to third base. And that's going to be a stolen base. He steals third base on what was supposed to be the back pick, and he ends up, good Lord. Okay. Good old Alabama. Chun Song Ho. Again, they were trying to back pick him over to second base, and he ended up taking off for third. So now you've got a runners on the first and third with a 1-1 count to 2 with a pinch hitter. Now you don't need to bunt, says the 1-1, a swing and a miss. He should have bunted because he can't hit, but that's beside the point. Kiwi. I have very bad memories of Alabama. Nothing Alabama did by any means, but as the 1-2 pitch misses low, 2-2. Alabama is the host, or used to be the host of the D2 Football National Championships. My alma mater went 4 straight years in a row and lost all 4 years. As the 2-2 pitch is sets up right down the middle. Mrs. Lowe runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count of the day for the LG Twins. They've had singles on all of them. Yeah, I used to go to Muscle Shoals or Florence, Alabama. All right, a 3-2 count. Runners on first and second. Young Bin pinch hitting here, hitting 308 on the season. Stolen base kept them out of the first and second situation, taking away the bunts, the sacrifice bunt in the bottom of the fifth. That all the KBO managers love to do. Again, it's very important to play for 1 run. Thank you, Latrash. And here we go. The 3-2 pitch just sets up on the outside corner. And he misses badly, but fouls it away. And stays 3-2. I have not, as that's going to be a walk, and they loads the bases up. Brings up the number 5 hitter, Song Chani. Bases loaded, nobody out. No, I haven't. Yeah, we always stayed in Muscle Shoals, and the national championship was in Florence. The North Alabama, North Alabama. And the 0-1 misses, and it's again a pitch clock violation on Song Chani. 85 pitches now. I know that there's a bunch of cities or little towns all around there. And another 1-2 pitch, 1-1 pitch, and it pops them up. And the catcher and the first baseman giving chase in foul territory makes the catch. And bases loaded, nobody out, and he pops it foul to the catcher. On away. Thanks, man. That's my fantasy utility man right there, ladies and gentlemen. My fantasy utility man. He better get something then. Well, that's better than Yang Hyun had been doing in any game I had ever watched him. Anything I'd ever seen from Yang Hyun was always a strikeout. All right. Pa Min fouls the first pitch off, and it's 0-1. Probably. Oh, no. My alma mater, I'm from Missouri. They would go down to Florence, Alabama, and Muscle Shoals every year because they made the national championship in football for 4 straight years, and they lost all 4 years. That is 1-1 now. Kim Song Jun, Kim Sung Yoon. That's why I always get these names confused, man. All right, so Pa Min, the 1-1. What? Is it? It is. As that is in there for a strike. I'll fix it to real quick like. I've now figured out how to fix it. Oh. And that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman grabs it and doesn't have anywhere to go. Oh, he does go home. Awful camera work there, by the way. Awful camera work. Absolutely awful camera work. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the soup chat real quick. There we go. Soup chat is all fixed. So Song Chani, Chung Sung Ho is out. Austin Dean over at third. And Pak Min over at first base now. Again, he ground out, made a great throw home, I guess. Again, I couldn't see. Like, it's not the cameramen, Luke. It's the production guys not switching to the correct camera. All right, the 1-1 pitch, 2 outs now. And another 1-1 is popped up. Second baseman out into the grass and makes the catch. Good Lord. Bases loaded, nobody out, and you get 0 runs. So we'll go to the 6th inning, tied at 1. All right, so we should be coming back again. I don't believe Wells is going to still be out there. Second time that they have left the bases loaded. No, Kim Jin Sung out on the mound now for LG. And that first pitch is popped up. A catcher back. And again, awful camera work. Couldn't even see him catch the ball, but he did. And one away. Couldn't even see him catch the ball. But Yang E.G. pops up out on the first pitch in foul territory. All right, so one away. Anjay Suk steps in. Anjay Suk is reached on an arrow for 2 on the day, but a stolen base and a run scored. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch misses outside, 1-1. Chae Hyung-woo is just ridiculous. That is lifted up. That's going to be trouble, but nope, not as much of a thought. Ben, that's going to be a fly out to right field. I've been watching too many Samsung games where that's a easy home run. 2 away now. He could play until he's 50. I mean, the guy's just doing nothing but hitting. Been doing absolutely nothing but hitting. Yu Chan steps in now. Yu Chan 0 for 2 on the day. Popped up to the second baseman and struck out looking in his other at bats. Yu Chan. That's misses into the dirt. 1-0. I mean, nobody's getting him out. He's might as well. There's a Hanwha fan in the middle of the Doosan action. The 1-0 misses low also. 2-0. .295 on the season. I believe .333 coming into this game. As Doosan. It's the Ichiro way. Trying to create torque, I guess. As that is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Look at that big old divot in that mound. The 2-2 pitch. And he goes around. That's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Second of the day for Doosan. We will go to the bottom of the 5th. It's tied at 1. We are not going to get any offense today, ladies and gentlemen. No offense allowed. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. We'll see who's coming in for the old Doosan Bears. Elsewhere around the league, a quick recap, not a recap, but an update. Kia's up 7-5, courtesy of a 2-run shot by all Hanwha fans. Absolute love, Pak Sang-won. KT is moved up to 4-2 against LG as they coughed, or against Lotte, they coughed up the lead. Lotte has scored 2 in the 6th inning, but Kium scores a 3 in the bottom of the 6th to take the 4-2 lead. Lotte is the second half of each game a team as they 3 come from behind victories against SSG, scoring all their runs in the 6th inning or later. Both the runs today against KT in the second half. NC's up a 5-2 against SSG as they went back and forth. Doosan takes the lead. SSG ties it up. Doosan takes the lead. SSG ties it up, and then Doosan scores 2 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th to go up 5-2. But runners on first and seconds and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And then Samsung's up 9-1 against Kium. That game is there's no Kium emoji until I get more subscribers. Is he still out there? Zach Logue is still out there. 93 pitches, or 92 pitches, I think. That is in there for a strike to Lee Ju-hun. Lee Ju-hun at 2 hits already today. One pitch. Yeah, another 1-1. That's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman goes down to his knees, gets back up, throws across in time, and he is retired for the first time today. 1 away, and brings up the number 9 hitter. Thank you, Lullets. I still think LG. I still think LG has the chance. So they have a better offense, and the bullpens are both kind of shaky. No, because everybody's body is different. Shin Min Jae steps in. He's 1 for 1 on the day, and right back to the second baseman. Throws over, and that's 2 away. Got a guy that's thrown 97 pitches on the mound, and you're up there swinging and hacking at the first one. And it flips the lineup back over. Hong Chan Gi 0 for 2 on the day. 4-3 ground out in his first at bats. A hit by pitch in his second, and then lined out to the shortstop with 2 runners on back in the 4th. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Don't have to worry about Hong Chan Gi going up there and hacking away. The guy sees more pitches than any other player in the league. Average only 184, but an on-base percentage is probably close to 300. Outside of last year, the 2 years prior, last year he was injured. The prior 2 years, he had an on-base percentage of over 400. That's a slow little check swing. He throws it away, and that's going to be an error. And E4. Couldn't have it any other way with a 1-2-3 inning now, could we? Couldn't have it any other way. That's twice he's thrown the ball away. One of them was not an error because it was a jump throw. Hong Chan Gi doesn't look like he's even trying to run. That's a Chun Song Ho, 99 pitches now for Zach Logue, but that'll be it for him. They'll bring in somebody to face Chun Song Ho after the air. Both teams with an air. LG's led directly to a run. Will Doosan's also do the same? Oh, 99 pitches for Logue. He will be on the hook for the loss. No, he's already done. So again, game score of 24. Imagine having a game score of 28. Not only do you have a game score of 28, you don't have the worst game score of the day. All right, the runner on first. We'll see who comes in here. Yeah, Byung Hun. The last time we saw him was not a good day. Is that was the when they blew the lead. All right, here we go. Lefty out on the mound. Chun Sung Ho looks at just strike one at the bottom of the zone. 0-1 Chun Sung Ho, single and a stolen base, 1 for 3. And the 0-1, a swing and a miss at a pitch down below the zone. And it's 0-2. He hides the ball like this. Again, the left-handed batter. I am not so left-handed anymore. Here we go. The 0-2 pitch just sets up on the outside. Misses away, down and away, 1-2. Yeah, but it was against Kium. I don't know. That's like Hanwha fans getting super excited because they beat Lotte. Like, oh, we're back. We're back. No, man, that was Lotte. Way outside at 2-2. And last time we saw Lee Byung Hun was, I believe, the last game against LG. Or no, maybe that was a Kium game. I can't remember now. Yeah, the 2-2 pitch misses outside. 3-2 runs the count full. Came in to close, but wasn't able to get it done. Ended up coughing up the lead. I believe that was the 2 o'clock. The 2 o'clock game. As the 3-2 is going to be a ground ball, but it's a foul. Stays 3-2. 6 pitches now for Lee Byung Hun. I forgot to change my earphones, my AirPods. I'll have to do that at the break. No, you'll have to give me a few seconds to make the swap. All right, to the 3-2 pitch. And it fouls that on off of Yang Yiji's arm. Maybe I can do the switch now. All right, it's got the AirPods switched as the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, just in time to make that call. As he slams the bat down, upset with himself once again. And that will take us to the 7th inning. It's 1. Another runner left on base. They've left 10 runners on base already today. They're 4 for 11. They're getting hits, but again, the only extra base hit they had all day was a 2-out double by Austin Dean. Yeah, he's pitched well. That's why they extended him for 4 weeks. I just didn't. I don't understand that rule because again, I always thought it was after 6 weeks they have two choices. They can either get a new foreigner replacements or they can switch foreigners. Yeah, it been a rough on the base pass, honestly. Been actually really bad. Oh, coming up will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Doosan. Kim Gi Yun will lead things off. He had the RBI single in his last at bats, 1 for 2. 1 for 2 for Pak Ji Hoon, who had 2 stolen bases, and an 0 for 2, Jung Soo Bin. Wonder if Kim Jin Sung will be out on the mound still for LG. That was the one main question. Nope, but we've got a left-hander out on the mound. So Kim Jin Sung will be done. The top of the 7th inning, not the 8th. There we go. All right. The old ham duck, ladies and gentlemen. The ham duck is in there for a strike. The old ham duck. What is going on? 14th inning. Yeah, now that first pitch is lifted up. Yeah, no one away. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Pak Chi Hoon. Pak Chi Hoon, 1 for 2 on the day. Fake drops down the bunts, but it's foul. Those of you guys hanging out in SOOP, please hit the thumbs up button. That is called an upper recommendation. It is extremely important. It's what sends my stream out onto the main page. If you're in YouTube, obviously you can always hit the like button. And here we go. The 0-1 pitch that is up high out of the zone, 1-1. The up is what that bar up at the top of your screen on SOOP is. That little bar up there. My goal is 10 a day. We've only got just 6 so far as the 1-1 is popped up. Our first baseman into the infield makes the catch, and that's 2 away. Quick 2 outs. All right, the 0-2 pitch. Jung Soo Bin steps in. The first pitch to him is right down the middle, 0-1. 0-1 into the dirts. 1-1. Ham Duck getting these lefties. Pak Chano, a righty on deck. And the 1-1 pitch. It's moving the glove around back behind the plates. And that is ripped right into center field. And he is on base for the first time today with a 2-out single. The 7, 8, 9 hitters all have hits for Doosan. The middle of the lineup is not so good. A double by Cameron, a walk, and another double by Cameron. Cameron's been on base all 3 times out of the number 2 spots. All right, to Pak Chan Ho, who steps in now. 0 for 3 on the day. It looks at the ball 1 down and in. 1-0. Pak Chan Ho flew out to right field in his first at bat to lead off the game. Popped up to the catcher in foul territory with a runner on first and third. Sorry, just the runner on third. And the 1-0 pitch coming up. Also flew out to right in his last at bats, but nope, we're gonna have another check over on the runner. Jung-Soo Bin, plenty of speed over there. Plenty of speed. And the 1-0 in this middle, and he throws down to seconds, is in there, and another stolen base in this game. That is all they've been doing, ladies and gentlemen, stealing bags against these catchers. Somebody help them throw. Great jump. I mean, a pitch right down the middle to steal on. They're video replaying this? I don't know what they're replaying. It looked like he was easily safe. Yeah, he's safe. 반독 과과 세비 돼서요. All right, so now you've got your runners on second base. Another stolen base. Pak Chan Ho, 1-1 counts. Stolen bases today. That is 4, 5 for Doosan. 5 for 5. 2 stolen bases from Pak Ji Hoon. 1 from Cameron, as that is in there for a strike on the outside. And it's 1-2. So 2 stolen bases back in the third inning. Stole second and third for Pak Ji Hoon. And then an error, Anjay Suk then stole second base. Cameron was a double and then stole third. And now Jung-Soo Ben with a single and just stole a second base as the 1-2 is just slapped, but foul, and it's 1-2 still. I mean, that LG has got to 2 stolen bases for themselves. This game, the teams are 7 for 7 with stolen bases. 7 for 7, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody teach some catchers how to throw guys out. A 1-2 pitch just sets up with the glove down on the ground. A check swing back to the pitcher. Underhand toss to the first baseman. And that's will be a 3 away. As once again, they get a base runner, but nothing from it. They are now 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position and 1 for 10 with runners on base. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's tied at 1. Man, this is getting brutal to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Doosan left 6 runners on. LG has left 10 runners on. They've left the bases loaded twice. They had the bases loaded with nobody outs and couldn't score any runs. Couldn't even get a ball into the outfield. A foul pop up to the catcher, a 3-2 ground out, and a pop fly to the second baseman. The 3, 4, 5 hitters are going to be coming up for LG now. Let's see if I imagine we're going to have a new pitcher, but who knows? Elsewhere around the league, little quick updates. Hanwha Kia still 5-7. KT is now 4-3 against Lotte as they scored another run. NC's up 5-2 against SSG, and Samsung destroying Kium still a 9-1. That it could be so. Luke, here's my my view on that thing. Some of these guys cannot hit with runners in scoring position because every time they get up and there's no outs or whatever, they're always asked to bunt. So they feel like, oh man, this is a situation where it's super important, and then they end up pressing. Obviously, yeah, there's getting hits is extremely difficult anyway. A 300 hitter is a fantastic hitter. So, but that's one of my theories. All right, we do have a new pitcher out on the mound. Austin Dean greets him as Kim Jong Un out on the mound. Austin Dean, 2 for 3 on the day, a double, a fly out to center, and a single. Ding, ding. And here we go with the 1-0. And a swing and a pitch off the zone. 1-1. Yeah, some guys just hit really well with runners on base, and some cannot, as the 1-1 is fouled into the dirt. So another pitch not on the plate. If he wasn't swinging, it'd be a 3-0. Austin, ding, ding. The 1-2 pitch coming up. Sets up on the outside. Why go over the plate if he keeps swinging away?
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Serna. That is a 2-2 now. Yeah, they all do. So the Doosan uniforms, that say Seoul, they have their English names on them. They've always done that, and I don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. As the 2-2, he goes, lifts it up. Left fielder stands there, then comes in a few steps, makes a catch, and that's 1 away. Brings up Lee Young Bin. Is way out in front of it, so thinking he's getting a fastball, but he did not. That brings up Lee Young Bin. Another 1-1 and misses inside. 1-1. One at bat today. He walked, so 0 for 0 on the day. 7 pitches now for Kim Jong Un. Lee Young Bin. A 1-1 pitch way up high. Lee Young Bin is again took over after Moon Bo Kyung had an error over at first base and then stepped on the ball, twisted his ankle, ended up taken out in an ambulance. The 2-1 pitch way up high again, 3-1, nowhere near the strike zone right now. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of like Ichiro, but you've got Otani. Like, yeah, I mean, people that use one name is the 3-1 is up and in, and he walks again. This is huge for LG. Is he's a guy that has had a lot of problems chasing and striking out, and the fact that both of his at bats today have been walks, that is a fantastic thing for him. Again, he walked to load the bases last inning. He does have some speed. I imagine he's going to be on the base pass and running, especially with a righty out on the mound. And LG is one of the teams that love to run. You'll have Song Chan-yi in the batter's box, and that's just misses low. Ball 1, 1-0. Yeah, I guess. As that is in the dirt, it's a 2-0. The 2-0 pitch now sets up right down the middle and misses way out of the zone again. A 3-0. Another reliever coming in, and it can't throw strikes, ladies and gentlemen. I know everybody's shocked. I know everybody is shocked that a reliever came in and cannot throw strikes. Here we go, the 3-0 pitch, and he walks him. 4 straight pitches, and that's another walk. Brings up the number 6 batter. Hakemin. He grabs the ball, so he's going to be changing it. Yeah, thanks for coming out and walking 2 runners and putting them on base, putting the runner in scoring position. Thank you. Please go shower. I'm paraphrasing what he said. Paraphrasing it, obviously. But now we've got Hakemin will come up to bats for LG with the runners on first and second. Hakemin not having a good day himself, over 3. Da, da, da. All right. Checking up on not a lot of extra action since we just had that. Is first game that might be done. We've got to the bottom of the 8th inning. NC and SSG. SSG is often one of the first teams to be done. They don't mess around. Slowly, this game is being passed up. Also, the top of the 8th is the Lotte KT game. Lotte trying for another come from behind a victory. All right, Yang Jae Hoon out on the mound, 15 games, 14.1 innings, 1 loss, 2 holds, a 377 batting average against, 15 strikeouts, 12 walks, 1 home run, a 226 batting average against, and a 1.53 whip. No, runners on first and second. Hakemin steps in. Hakemin 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, and a 3-2 groundout. Captain needs to do something here to put his team ahead. Base is loading a 3-2 groundouts. He lays off of it, another ball. Bringing in a new guy just to do the same. We want a pitcher, not a belly itcher. All right, the 1-0 pitch sets up on the outside, misses way outside. 2-0. Worrying so much about the runner, he's not even throwing strikes. Yeah, no, once again, 2-0 counts. Just set up in the middle of the plate. There we go, fouled away. I mean, these guys cannot paint. These guys cannot place the ball where they want. Just Set up in the middle and let him throw it and try to paint a corner. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Sorry, the 2-1 pitch. Runner over at second. Young Ben, plenty of speed. The runner at first. As Song Chan also has some pretty good speed. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Would love to see some offense here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's count the advertisement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, the 2-2 pitch just sets up down to the knees, and that is going to be a ground ball through the right side. Young Ben is going to round third, and he's going to come on home. And that's is going to put LG back ahead with the RBI single from Pake Mean. The captain gets it done this time. And Song Chan over to third base now. Oh no. I was just playing locally, like a local team. Finally, some offense. Oops, and I put it on Doosan. That is not a Doosan score. Let's try that. All right, there we go. Finally, somebody gets some runs. No! All right, the Chaewon Young taking over. Song Chadi is my where's my English? On my fantasy team. And now he's at third base and you take him out. Mary Kate is back and enjoying her LG Twins pick. As the 1-2 runners on first and third, Gubon Yuck pops up the bunt. And it's now 0-1. No, not at all. Not at all. I did try to get started on a team here in the new city that I'm in. I messaged a guy. They said that they were looking for players. I messaged him, asked if the foreigners could play. He's like, yeah. And then he said that they couldn't get enough players, so they couldn't get a team together. I need to, I think next in the off season, I'll try to go find a team to play for again. All right, it's a Gubon Hyuk. The third baseman in on the grass. And a stolen base, and that takes away the double play. Mean heads on over to second base now. Runners on for second and third on that pitch that was way up high. Now the double play is no longer in order. Well, his Mark McGuire's son is a pitcher now. A swing and a miss there. 1-2. Chaewon Young, I think, is injured over at third base. Chaewon Young goes back into the bag and he is limping. He dives foot first into the bag and oh yeah, I actually I hit one out of the stadium in that. As Chaewon Young needs to come out, I guess now. He just came into pinch run for my utility fantasy baseball guy, and now he gets injured. Come on, put my guy back in. Put my guy back in. Nope, he's saying You got to take him out here. As OG1 will come in to pinch run. Well, at least on the bright side, ladies and gentlemen, I also have this guy on my fantasy team. And that one, I don't know. It was screen baseball. As the 1-2 pitch, and he hits him. Loads the bases up. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Iju Hun. He's like, well, okay, if you're gonna hit me with a curveball, hit me with a curveball. There's now on all the bases loaded. Doosan cannot throw strikes. Kim Sung-yoon hit a home run? The world is ending if you tell me Kim Ji-chan also hits one. Yeah, 2 injuries today for LG. Lee Ju-hun sets up on the outside, right down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. 1-11. Lee Ju-hun 2 for 3 on the day. RBI single back in the second, a single in the fourth, and a 5-3 ground out in the sixth, and that is in the dirts. 1-1. This game is taken forever, ladies and gentlemen. Now he's showing a bunt sign. A squeeze bunt with a double pinch runner. All right, the 1-1 pitch just sets up on the outside, and that misses outside at 2-1. A walk scores another one. Those of you guys hanging out in SOOP, if you'd like to follow me, if you look at the little star next to my channel name, that's how you follow me. It's called the Loyal Viewer, so that you can see when I'm going live and all that stuff. As the 2-1 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball, and he ends up fouling it as he steps into it, but he's still in the batter's box. Stays 2-2. Make sure you subscribe over on the YouTube channel, and then also make sure you hit the thumbs up button. That is a like in YouTube, but it's called an up or a recommendation in SOOP. It's extremely important. Luke always helps me out with the ups, the recommendations. The 2-2 pitch, and that's catches the bottom of the zone, and he strikes out looking with the bases loaded. Somebody, please make this stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts looking at now for LG. Striking out with the bases loaded. Shinmin Jae dives out of the way there. Ball 1. Shinmin Jae 2 for 3 on the day. A single in the second, a single in the fourth, a 4-3 ground out in the sixth. Up here now in the seventh. The 1-0 pitch misses outside. 2-0. Shinmin Jae off to a rough start after a great season last year. Won the Golden Glove for the KBO. Yang Woo-hyun outs. What do you mean outs? That is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Well, that's because nobody talks about asking him about it. I did see that you went and uploaded or upped all my video on demand. That's another strike right down the middle, and it's now 2-2. The base is loaded once again. They've left the bases loaded twice today, ladies and gentlemen. 18 pitches now for Yang Jae-hoon. Shinmin Jae, most important pitch of the day right now, ladies and gentlemen. Nope, they're going to check and make sure Pakemine gets back to seconds. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. The second baseman picks it up, steps on the bag, and once again, they leave the bases loaded. 13 runners left on base now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go to the 8th inning. It's 2-1. My Lord. Good Lord. Yeah, I did notice it because I get a notification, or not a notification, but a little my alarm thing goes off whenever I enter into my SOOP broadcast stuff. All right, good Lord, 13 runners left on base. One runner in the first, three bases loaded in the second. Then 1, 2, 3 in the third. In the fourth, they left two on. Bases loaded again in the fifth. One in the sixth, and another bases loaded situation in the seventh. Oh no! I don't. I have those turned off. Yeah, I don't. I get way too many messages via work that. Yeah, I don't have anything like that. No, it's just I could turn them on, but I don't. I just get a message, or not even a message, like up at the top of the little bell. It just has a little number up there. All right, Ugong Hoon comes in now. Ugong Hoon. We'll have the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Cameron leads things off. Looks at a strike one, and it's on one. Cameron at 2 for 2 on the day. A couple doubles, a stolen base, and a walk. Oh man, yeah, it's the 0-1 that misses low. Austin is over at first base now. Young Ben goes in to left. That is fouled into his foot. And no 1 and 2. So we'll get that to change. OG1 would be out. That would be Wukong Hoon, the pitcher. There's a swing and a miss. Cameron retired for the first time today. 1 away. First base, Young Ben over at left field, and that's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop picks it up, throws them out, and 2 away. Didn't even have time to get his music going. Yang Yi steps in now. Yeah, that yeah, 100%. As that is in there for a strike. I get like messages from the other teachers. I get messages from like the management staff. I get messages that are to all the teachers. I get messages that are to the students. Yeah, just nonstop. And then obviously my other, personal messages stuff. All right, the Yang EG 0 for 3 on the day, 1-3 ground out in his first at bat, 6-3 ground out in his second. Pop up to the catcher in foul territory in his last at bats. The 0-2 pitch misses way outside. Try to get him to chase, and it's 1-2. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch. And an ugly looking swing there. They're out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 LG. 1, 2, 3 for the third time today. Hey, Arpo, have you checked the fantasy league by chance? Like, I'll show you what mine looks like. So mine does that now. So it kicked me out of the league. It's asked me if I want to join one. Yeah, basically just reset everything. But if that is the case, then I will not be doing it anymore. Da, 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 da. Yeah, definitely. I always feel like I'm like, what? Like, and for me, Luke, the other thing is it's in 2 languages. Like, I'll have English messages and Korean messages both in the same one. And most of the none of the other teachers speak Korean. At least none of the other native teachers, none of the other English teachers. So they usually send things in both English and Korean. So I'm getting double messages. All right, so Hong Chang-gi will lead things off. We'll have a new pitcher, Che Jun-ho, out on the mound. 3 games, 4.1 innings, 1 win, 2.08 ERA, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 280 batting average against, and a 1.15 whip. Chang-gi. And he throws it to the backstop as he almost clips Hong Chang-gi's feet. Hong Chang-gi, 0 for 3 on the day. A 4-3 ground out, a liner to the shortstop. Reached on an error in his last at bat. Was also hit by a pitch back in the second inning. That is into the dirt. It's 2-0. 2-0 now. Che Jun-ho out on the mound. Righty versus lefty. And that's right down the middle, 2-1. Da, 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 da. And the 2-1 lays off of it, but it drops down into the top of the zone, and it's a 2-2. Da, 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 da. And the 2-2 pitch just sets up on the outside. Nope. He says he can't hear. Pitch comm issue. Again, it's surprising. Like, I don't think the pitch comm should be a factor. You come into a game, your pitch comm should be charged. As the 2-2 misses way up and out of the zone, runs the count to 3-2. Fourth full count of the day for LG. They've reached on all three of them. 2 singles and a walk. And here comes this one, the 3-2, swing and a miss. That's a 1 away. Says, okay, here's my fastball down the middle. See if you can hit it. So, nope, you can't. That brings up Chun Sung Ho, a number 2 hitter, 1 for 4 on the day. Stole a base, a single, a couple strikeouts and a ground out, and that's his ball 1. Your internet is down again? Is that a common occurrence there? Yeah, another 1-0 in there for a strike on the outside, 1-1. Seems like you've talked about your internet going down before. A 1-1 pitch fouls that away, and it's 1-2. It feels so weird. I keep thinking it's like 8 o'clock at night, and then I remember today's game started at 2, as the 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. Usually just Soup. I think Soup is still working. I never know, as the 2-2 is fouled into his face mask. He says, hey, man, look at this. What are you doing? Gives him a little friendly shove. That is one of the reasons why I'm not a player fan, but Yang Yi always seems to be having a good spirit about things. As the 2-2 pitch now is way outside, runs the count full again. Straight full, 2 full counts, 2 batters, 2 full counts. Yang Yi and Han Yu-sum don't seem bothered by anything, as the 3-2 pitch is swing and a miss at a pitch down on the dirt, and a 2 away. Slams the bat down into the ground again. I'm gonna do a test here. All right. Yep, the soup chat is still working, at least for me. You live in a medieval city, and I live in a city that's literally called New City. All right, Austin Dean steps in, a 2 for 4 on the day, a double, a single, a fly out to center, a fly out to left, and he says he went around on that one, and it's 0-1. Haven't seen his wife and kids, as that one is way up high, 1-1. He looked like he threw his elbow out there trying to get hits. Yeah, he does throw his elbow out there trying to get hit. Yang Yi gives him a dirty look. That is going to be slapped into right field. That's going to roll into the corner. Austin Dean is going to be on base with another double, as Austin Dean comes through again. He's like, all right, well, if you're not going to hit me, I'll just go to second myself. Transformer in there. That's old school. All right, let's see if they can actually do something with a runner in scoring position. 2 for 10 on the day. Young Bin steps in. Almost hits him. Just a reminder that if he does get a hit, the pitcher is on deck, ladies and gentlemen. Young Bin, and that is into the dirt. So Yang Yi's able to stab it, though, and it's 2-1. Young Bin 0 for 0 on the day. He's been up twice. He took over Moon Bo-kyung again went down after the air and the ankle injury. And then Son Young-jun took over at first, but then Lee Young-bin ended up pinch hitting and taking over at first as the 2-0 or 2-1 is swing and a miss at ball 3. Only 3? They don't. They should have 4. They should have Moon Hyun-bin, Hernandez, White, and Sang-baek. And that is down and in, and it's a 3-2. And fouled away. What do you mean? Sang-baek was a starter last year. All right, here we go. Another 3-2 pitch. Runner on second is Austin Dean, and that is lifted. And that is center fielder Given Chase will be under it, though. And that's will be 3 away. Another runner left on base. That's 14 today, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go to the 9th inning. Doosan down 2-1. Da, 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 da. Lee Young-bin was forced to fly out there. 5 for 15 with runners on base. 5 for 15, and they scored 2 total runs. Crazy. The 5, 6, 7 hitters are going to be coming up for Doosan here in the top of the 9th inning. Out on the mound should be John Hyung-sik. He is the new closer again. They lost their closer to injury, a season-ending injury. LG has had some injury issues. Chirinos obviously injured. I don't know when he's supposed to be back. Yu Young Chan, their their closer, he is injured. He is done for the season. And now, just today, Moon Hyun-bin also goes down with an ankle injury where he was taken off on an ambulance. So we'll see. All right, so we're back. All right, so Jang Hyun-sik out there on the mound. Like I said, he 15 games, 15 innings, 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 holds, 1 save, an ERA of 3. And the number 5 hitter, on Jae-suk. And that's in there for strike, 1-1 now. Han Jae-suk 0 for 3 on the day. He 6-3 ground out. Did reach on that error that took Moon Bo-kyung out of the game. Stole a base and then scored a run. A swing and a miss there as he drops down to a knee. 1-2 now. Also flew out to right field in his last at-bats. Jang Hyun-sik has won the last 2 Korean series, ladies and gentlemen. 2024, he's with the Kia Tigers, and then in the offseason, signed with the LG Twins to try to shore up. So that's a really shaky bullpen from 2024. The 1-2 pitch is way outside. He ended up getting injured halfway through the season. Came back and won another Korean series with the old LG Twins. He might be the good luck charm that teams need. Hanwha probably needs to sign him in his next free agent bid. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Taps, waves the glove down on the ground. And then in the middle, I don't know what he's doing. It looks like he's trying to do some magic. That is lifted to center field. The center fielder makes a couple steps over, and the catch. One away. Catcher's like, here at the bottom. Imagine this is my screen is the bottom of the zone. He's like, here, and then he's like, oh, here. It's like, you are getting sleepy. Don't watch my hand. All right, Yu Chan steps in now. Yu Chan 0 for 3 on the day. 2 Ks and a pop up. Nope. Kim Min Suk. I guess Kim Min Suk must have taken over. I guess he took over at some point because he's already 0 for 1 on the day. Where's his? There he is. Kim Min Suk, I guess, is struck out in the last at bat. I thought that guy looked a little skinny, as that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws the pitcher covering. What a play on the 4-1 putouts. Fantastic play by Shinmin Jae, John Hyun Sheik, showing that athletes and pitchers are synonymous. Not a good foot placement on the bag, but nonetheless, it is an out. That brings up Kim Gi-yeon. The last hope is John Hyun Sheik, I guess, trying to get his breath. Shinmin Jae wearing that's a big glove. I mean, he's a small guy, but seems like a rather large glove for a second baseman. All right, John Hyun Sheik will face Kim Gi-yeon. The final hope for the old Doosan Bears. 1 for 3 on the day. He does have the 1 RBI for Doosan. And that is a strike down on the bottom corner, and it's 0-1. Mary Kate, you just love Twins cheerleaders. Did you take the Twins again today, Mary Kate? Yeah, it's the 0-1 pitch. Down at the bottom of the zone, and he throws it down into the dirt, so 1-1. Mary Kate, so which team has the best cheerleading squad? Not single cheerleader. Which team has the best cheerleading squad? As the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, lays off of it. It's outside at 2-1. Kim Gi-yeon has plenty of power. That's the ultimate question, Mary Kate. Here we go. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Wiz, I thought they had the best cheerleading squad. Hanwha, not a close. Never even close. No, never even a chance. Has never once been in the conversation of the best cheerleading squad. The 2-2 pitch lays off of it, runs the count full, 3-2. Only the second full count of the day for the Doosan Bears. They struck out looking in their other one. That was Yu Chan striking out with a runner on seconds. And there we go. The 3-2 pitch. Kim Gi-yeon up to bat. And he pops it up, but it gets foul. Stays 3-2. Not even close, Kiwi. Thank you, Mary Kate. All right, here we go. The 3-2 sets up on the outside. And that is off of the handle. Right fielder is going to watch it drop in. And the go-ahead run is up to bat. I imagine we're going to get a pinch runner here. Kim Gi-yeon is not the most fleet of foot. I assume Josu Hang will be on there. Yep, there we go. That was who I was waiting for. I assume he's going to be running quickly too. All right, up to bats, Park Ji-hoon. Oh Myung-jin is pinch hitting here. And that is a foul. 1-2. 3-run shot in his last game on the third. All right, here we go. The 0-2 counts down to their final strike. And the 0-2 pitch just gets a piece of it, fouls it away. He stays 0-2. All right, Oh Myung-jin once again. 0-2 count. Sets up way off the plate. Misses way off the plate. And the 1-2 is popped up. It gets out of play again. 19 pitches now for John Hyun Sheik. Trying to close it out. A full count single with 2 outs from Kim Gi-yeon. Sent it farther. What's up, Lord Cinco? Welcome. Just in time. And here we go. The 1-2 pitch just sets up on the outside with his glove down, and he slaps it foul again. Oh Myung-jin not going down without a fight. Watching MPB, there's also a like a $10 to get like an MLB TV type thing. As here we go, the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, slaps it foul as he was running. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Luke, you said you have that, right? Cinco. All right, here we go. Once again, the 1-2 pitch. 21 pitches in this inning for John Hyun Sheik, trying to close it out in a 2-1 game. And nope, we're going to check over on the runner. Joe Suang 2 years ago was the stolen base king of the KBO. Last year couldn't get on base enough to be able to steal enough bases. Oh Myung-jin, a 3-run shot on the Sunday. Here we go, the 1-2 pitch. And he lifts that one. A right fielder comes running in. He's under it, though, and that will be the game. Another runner left on base. 1 for 11 with runners on base, ladies and gentlemen. Now that's will be the game. It wasn't an exciting one, ladies and gentlemen. That is for sure. It was not an exciting one. Mary Kate enjoying her windfall payday 2 days in a row. Lord Cinco, did you have some LG also? But all right, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this game was really won by the lack of hitting. Uh, both pitchers only ended up going well, actually Wells only went 5 innings. He threw 92 pitches, gave up the 1 unearned run with the error from Moonbo Kyung. So in the bottom of the second inning, you had a single by Gubon Hyuk. He stole second base, and then an RBI single behind him from Lee Ju Hun. And then Shin-Min Jae also with a single, and then Hong Chang-gi hit by a pitch, loaded the bases, but nothing after that. Then in the top of the 4th inning, a ground ball to Moonbo Kyung hit his glove. He drops it and then ends up stepping on it, twisting his ankle. So An Jae-suk ends up reaching on an E3, steals the base, and then comes around to score on the RBI single by Kim Gi-yeon. Then nothing else. Again, just a bunch of guys that getting on base and just standing out there in the middle of the day. In the 4th inning, you had 2 outs, but back-to-back singles. Then a line out to shorts. Then in the bottom of the 5th, you had a single, a stolen base, a single, and a walk. Oh, you finally found it, Lord. Lord, no problem. Guys, make sure that you one hit the thumbs up. That's a upper recommendation that puts my stream out into the main page. Also on SOOP, make sure you click the little star next to my channel name. That's how you follow me on SOOP. That's called a loyal viewer. So then again, lead off single, a single behind him, stole third base, and then a walk to Lee Young Bin. Ends up loading the bases up, but with nobody out, a pop up into a foul territory from Song Chan-yi, then a 3-2 ground out from Park Hae-min, and then a pop fly to the second baseman. Ends up leaving the bases loaded. Then another inning, nothing. And then in the 7th inning, you had a walk, and a single, RBI single, but then a hit by pitch ends up loading the bases up again, but a strikeout looking and a ground ball to the second baseman ends up leaving the bases loaded once again. Then in again, plenty of base runners in this game. Doosan goes 1 for 11 with runners on base. They go 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They leave 7 runners on. LG, on the other hand, they go 5 for 15 with runners on base. They go 2 for 7 or 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Austin Dean on base 3 times. He is the only one that had extra base hits. So Austin Dean went to 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and a single. Cameron for Doosan, it goes 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and a walk. The Foreigners, 4 doubles between them. That was all of the doubles. That was all of the extra base hits in this game. Very, very different compared to Sunday's game that had 5 home runs, including a walk-off 3-run shot in the bottom of the 9th for Samsung. So really not, I don't feel like that great of a game. Kind of boring. Lots of opportunities, but it was I guess credit to the pitching staff. They were able to get the outs whenever they needed to, and that will be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is a regular time. Today is again a holiday. Back tomorrow for a 6:30 game. Tomorrow will be Kia versus Hanwha, and then Thursday I haven't decided yet what Thursday is. because I'm waiting to see some of the pitching matchups. So another close game. This is I think six straight games. It's a 6, 7, 8, something like that, straight games with some close games. So we're not at least having a bunch of blowouts. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow at 6:30 for the Kia Tigers and Hanwha Eagles game. So as always, until next time.